Welcome back, everybody, to Sims Complete. I'm your host, Matt Sims, along with my co-host, Phil Sims. And we're excited to bring back, again, just some more NFL action from Week 1's preseason. Really exciting stuff. It was good seeing Big Phil, too, yesterday at Giants training camp.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun walking into the cafeteria with Bob Papa and then saying, oh, hey, what's up, Dad? How are you? So, but it was fun. It was good hanging out with everybody. That back table there in the cafeteria is so fun. The stories that are told there are fantastic. Got to see Howard Cross the other day, too. Always a pleasure seeing him. Excited for his son, too, this year in the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to see how their season turns out and see how his son does playing defensive tackle for them. And, of course, the storytelling with you guys was phenomenal. But how you doing today, big guy?
Hey, I'm doing fine. As you can see, I told my wife, your mother, Diana, to take off the shelves what you don't like. And so you see them, they're empty. She hated everything.
Okay.
So that's one thing. So, I'm redoing the room, so I can't wait to get this office fixed up and done or whatever. But, yeah, sitting on that back table, how about Howard Cross? One, I think his son, who, like you said, D-tackle at Notre Dame, boy, he's had a good career.
He has.
And he specializes in doing what? Rushing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really curious and hopeful that he's going to be a high draft pick.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is, what do you think when you're around Howard Cross? You just go, is this the biggest human being on earth or what?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big dude, but he's just such a nice dude.
He's great.
He's so welcoming. He's so supportive too, even for me and like my young media career and all that kind of stuff too. He was always just like saying like, good job and, rooting for me. So, just the person is amazing. And then, of course, shaking his hand and saying what's up to him, you're reminded too that like this guy was one of those guys out there on the football field that can really throw some people around. And, you even said too, that he just unbelievable catcher and unbelievable blocker when he was playing.
Oh, man. I mean, a great blocker. And, of course, as I make fun of him, he has hands the size of frying pans.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're huge.
Right.
And so don't wonder he never dropped the pass. But great dude. You're right. Loves football.
Yep.
Really good tight end. Can do it all. So it's always good. Nothing like a good hang at a football facility. So I got to admit, too, Matt, I really enjoy being there, being around the Giants, watching practice, just the whole thing. And you kind of miss that locker room mentality that you have when you're around. But
and not only that too, shout out to the Giants cafeteria, the cooks back there and all that. Man, I mean the food, it is
4-star,
real nice.
Yeah.
So I feel like I can gain 300 pounds there real quick. But
so
really,
your cousin
really
Ed,
fun.
Right, Eddie?
That's
cousin
right.
Eddie?
Yeah, that's right.
Real nice.
Nice.
Yes, Clark.
But hey, let's get into it. Let's
do
into some of the
big weekend.
Yeah.
All everybody's talking about is the rookie quarterbacks. Of course, the news just came out that's big.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, he was first on my list. I would say maybe of all the rookies, I thought it might have been the best performance of all for many reasons. But heard it just came across my phone literally a couple minutes ago, out for the year. So really disappointed for him. Yeah. For Kevin O'Connell, second year in a row, maybe losing a starting quarterback. And just the fact that it was I got to admit, Matt, watching, I know it's rookie, it's the first preseason game. It's not what we see during the regular season. But it was pretty exciting watching all these guys play and kind of picking out their attributes and seeing how it translated to the NFL.
Yeah, I think what was cool, too, is that for all of us as fans, we got to see what everyone does and brings to the table really well in their first showing in the NFL. And I think the coaches did a great job, too, of really preparing and helping these young players, feel comfortable, look comfortable, and play into their strengths right from the beginning. And, it's interesting, right? The preseason, you see the two mindsets going into games. You see we're just going to keep it simple and execute. And then all the teams with young quarterbacks, you could tell there was a little bit extra effort put into, let's make sure that we get this guy easy completions, plays that he can really build off of and build up his confidence in this game. And, makes me think too, like, why are we not doing this for everybody? Why is it only emphasized, for the rookies that we want to remind everybody that we were right? But that's a whole other debate, but it is interesting how that played out this weekend.
Validate what we did during the offseason with a good performance.
Yeah.
And here's the overriding factor to me for all the quarterbacks that played well and but the rookies, the backups, whatever, it's bootlegs. When in doubt, let's call a bootleg because we got a second or third stringer over here, and he wants to make a play. And it's amazing how many times they're unblocked and they crash down the line, and the quarterback rolls out in every single game. That was one of the things I wrote down. It just, but I understand that too. Take advantage of the emotion and the excitement of these players because they break some of the rules they're supposed to have, and it makes for a better football game because we see more completions. But let's go into J.J. McCarthy. Give me your first thoughts about him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I really thought that he played the best out of all the rookie QBs, and I also thought added to that why I mentioned what I said earlier, that it seemed like Kevin O'Connell really did a good job of over preparing, and he really did have some game plan specific plays for JJ. And the great thing is that I feel like JJ looked athletic. He looked really smooth in the pocket. He moved really well. You could clearly see that his arm talent shows really easily in the NFL game. Yep. And really, honestly, I thought it was really the best I've ever seen him look as far as just his throwing mechanics and how comfortable he is in the pocket. And, he was a guy that, hey, I'll be honest, I had him ranked as the 6th ranked quarterback out of my QBs. And I got to tell you, I might have been wrong about that one. So because he looked the part. He really did. He looked athletic. He made it look easy. I loved one of my favorite throws was probably the throw that he made over the middle on an in cut. He was looking right, didn't like it. Second reset, eyes went first, feet followed, and then just ripped a laser beam over the middle for about a 15-yard completion. So that was one of those plays where I was like, wow, that was a real NFL-like play there where he went through his progression and just threw an absolute rifle right over the middle in time and in rhythm. So really impressed with JJ, and extremely sad too. For Kevin O'Connell, for Vikings fans, even if JJ continued to play as well as he did, still didn't want to see him start week 1. Still wanted him to kind of come, in relief off the bench after the first quarter, halfway through the year to really just for him to get acclimated to the game. But just really unfortunate that we're not going to really see any of JJ McCarthy this season now.
Yeah, well, I'll go back. The play you're talking about, I watched it. That was next level stuff. 1-2, didn't like it, turned, found the in cut to the left. Yeah, I thought he threw the ball with accuracy, great power. And it's amazing to see it on the field in the NFL. It even looked better than it ever did in college.
It did, yeah.
A couple times, and this is a little inside football stuff, but there's a deep receiver to the sideline and a shallow receiver, and the corner's trying to play both. And so they played up, and he just ripped it in there to the deep receiver a couple times, and the corner must have went, damn, I thought I had the edge there, kind of baiting to throw it, and he throws it, and I can't even get close to it.
Right.
His movement was good. Kevin O'Connell, I got to go back to this. What he does on the offense fits J.J. McCarthy perfectly.
It does.
Like mobility, whatever, the boots, but the downfield throwing. And by far, that was, to me, that caught the attention for me studying J.J. McCarthy. He can make those power throws down the field, and that's natural to him. I thought his decision-making overall was really good. There was an interception, and I just go, what? The guy cut under him. You didn't see this in college, but this is, even the best. Yeah. So, but just overall, I'm not going to get into all the notes I wrote, just I think because I'm really very surprised that he's going to miss the year. Going to miss him. But you know what? We're going to talk about him probably all year long because he played that well and he excited a lot of people. And I just hope everything goes well. So, But how about Sam Darnold? Let's go right. We feel about Sam Darnold again, played well, very accurate. You see, he knows how to play. He's experienced and all that. And he's going to fit in well, too, I think, to Kevin O'Connell's offense. So I think the transition, they had a great backup plan. I know they wanted to play J.J. McCarthy, but Sam Darnold, he's a really solid pro, and he throws it, makes good decisions. So I still think they're in good hands.
I think so, too. And that's where I go back to I have ultimate faith in Kevin O'Connell as a play caller, as a leader for that quarterback room. So I think we'll see the best of Sam Darnold. I think we're going to see the best of J.J. McCarthy because of that. And that's why the styles make fights. styles make great relationships too, for quarterback coach connection, in this NFL world. And I feel like JJ and Kevin O'Connell were going to be an absolutely fantastic match made in heaven. And, I guess the big thing really is now is that, Kevin O'Connell just got to protect Sam Darnold, because now you have Jaron Hall and Nick Mullins basically vying for that backup position. So a room that went from, all right, we're really deep at the quarterback position. We have, a veteran, we have a young, inexperienced, but super talented young player that we're excited about. We got Nick Mullins, who's played, and we have Jaron Hall, who, is still green as well. He hasn't really gotten a ton of reps. So now the debate will really be just like, how can you protect Sam Darnold as best as you possibly can for the entire season? Because that room gets thin awfully quick if you lose him too.
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, that's a good, I guess, recap for the Minnesota Vikings. I got to go to this one too, Matt. As I watch the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's not a rookie, but I got to talk about Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And first, let me get the gripe off my mind here. 2 snaps were fumbled, and they said on the telecast they've been fumbling a lot in training camp. So that tells me many things. Let's say I fumbled 100 times in my career being under center. I would say I'm going to take more than I really want to. 2 of them were probably my fault. The rest were the center's fault. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get on people, but, if the run is going left, we want to move left with him. What? I never once thought about what's his blocking assignment. Snap me the ball, then do your assignment. Right. You know what? So I had a year we had a lot of fumbles, but I don't care. It wasn't me. It was the center who was having the troubles. Sorry, Bart Oates, but man, I was like a wishbone quarterback. I was getting under there. God dang, I'm going to get down here. And I think I said that year, literally every time walking to the line of scrimmage, every play, make sure you get the ball up.
Yeah.
But we conquered that or whatever. So that's one thing. But here's the other. People are going to complain about Justin Fields. And first, he's got just unbelievable talent. It's going to be great. And I think we got to be careful when we talk about the greatest skill you have is running. There's very few Lamar Jacksons and Michael Vick out there. Right. Justin Fields is a really good runner, but he's still not them. And you're going to take sacks. Mobile quarterbacks take sacks because they're trying to get – and when they get out and make a play, well, that's what he does. And then, you can't take a sack. Well, you can't have the best of both worlds.
Right.
But I did think this. I thought he made good decisions. I thought he threw the ball well. Yeah. He threw some sideline routes into very tight coverage. So there's – I love seeing TV. Did Justin Fields fumble his chance away? Well, no, he did not. I still don't think, no matter how he plays in the preseason, unless Russell Wilson is awful, I still think Russell Wilson would be the starter. So that was just a quick thought I had to get in there about Justin Fields.
Yeah, and I hope, too, for Justin's sake as well, just with this new offense, that he is getting just more repetitions here in future preseason games. I would expect that he will here coming up this weekend, that he'll get some more opportunities because, he finished the game 5 of 6, 67 yards, averaged 11 yards per completion. Took 2 sacks, but I feel like he just needs more reps. I know that he's a guy that's played and started a lot of games, but just the new offense and Arthur Smith and what they're trying to implement, getting used to, just being a Steeler and just managing that huddle. The repetitions, need more of them. So hopefully in this coming week, he actually gets a few more opportunities just to get those reps underneath his belt. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say this real quick. He did throw a 27-yard pass to the sideline. 27 yards. Yeah. Threw it right on a dime, completed it. So we know he's got arm strength. And the fact that you can move is going to give him more time to make decisions, because once you're playing a real game, they're not just going to go run all over the place, the defense. They're going to try to contain him and make him stay in the pocket. So that helps you. So, if you move around too much, that a lot of times is going to be a detriment to you and the football team. So you just got to have a great feel when to do it and do it the right time.
And your thoughts too. I thought, overall, like Jayden McCarthy as well, and we'll talk about a few other throws here, of course, and their mechanics. I feel like Justin Fields stayed true to what it seemed like he worked on this offseason, which keeping a more compact motion. He's not like whipping or windmilling his arm quite as aggressively as he did a year ago with Chicago. And I feel like so far in this first preseason game, that's why I look forward to seeing more repetitions in the next one. Seems like his training and his emphasis of tightening up his motion has stayed true throughout camp into this first preseason game as well.
Yeah. Last thing, Matt, look, you're in year 4.
Yeah.
It's time to put it on, put it together.
Right.
And, we keep hearing, and everybody keeps talking about, oh, wow, he's got a skill set, the skill set. Oh, my God. Can we say that? You can't say the word skill set anymore because, it wears your ass out. It's unbelievable. Well, he's got a skill set that Russell Wilson doesn't have. Well, Russell's got a skill set that Justin Fields doesn't have. How about that? I haven't heard it once.
Right.
He'll stay in the pocket. He's an accurate thrower. He can throw it down the field, whatever. Well, there's a lot of things that Russell Wilson has proven in this NFL that he's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they can fit the offense to him too. All right, hey, I'm taking over as host a little. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go. Let's do it.
Michael Penix, go ahead. What'd you see with Michael Penix?
I was really excited from what I saw with Michael Penix. I thought, out of the 3 quarterbacks that played for the Atlanta Falcons, that he was clearly, the one that looked the part, right, of being the backup quarterback for them. So many throws, very similar to J.J. McCarthy, right? He had 2 or 3 throws where I love the fact that, he's looking one way, quick reset, people are around him, and he still is able to kind of manipulate his body, create enough upper body torque, and throw a great football over the middle. So he did that about 2 or 3 times where I was like, man, this is why I liked his film so much, because even though people were crowded around his feet and his lower half a lot, it seemed like he was still able to create that upper body power, right, to throw the football. You saw the different arm angles. You saw how easy it is for him to throw it. And, he just really, I think, showed, like J.J. McCarthy, just how effortlessly he can put, tremendous power into throws. And, I thought his presence was really good. I thought he looked extremely comfortable. Him and J.J., they both have a great presence about them in the pocket. I thought they were very confident, very comfortable in their offense. And I was very excited from what I saw from Michael Penix in his first showing.
Really interesting. Oh, here comes Diana. Hey, Diana. Yeah, your son Matt's on here. We're doing a podcast. Sorry. She wanted to come in and be part of it and talk a little football, but I won't let her.
All right.
It's really interesting you say all that, and that was great. I felt a little disappointed, to be honest.
Okay.
About it. I thought he just got stuck with his feet in the ground a couple of times.
Yeah. This is something that you said in the offseason that bothered you, that you didn't like. Yeah.
You got to move those feet and just get, a little more rhythm and whatever. But you're right. Yeah, he turns his upper body. He can overcome anything throwing the ball.
Right.
I mean, he can stand flat-footed with both feet, like you said. He'll rotate his upper body, and he'll throw it 60 yards down the field or throw a 20-yard outcut on a line.
Right.
But I'd like to see more movement. I think that'll be a big part. We see all these, every team, no matter who the quarterback is, they're doing what? They're running bootlegs.
Yeah.
So he can do that too. Move him right. And, even like you said, during the offseason.
They seem to do the least out of all the rookie QBs.
Yes.
They seem to be they were on the more of like, it's preseason, we're going to keep it simple type of mentality than really any of the other that we saw this weekend.
There's no doubt it was. There's no doubt. I did like this. I thought he changed his release point a few times throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Most of the time he's kind of around and it's level with his body. Mm-hmm. But I saw about 3 throws, I think I marked down, where he had to change his release and get really high and get it over the top. And he did it and completed passes really good. So there's a lot there. But I think when I just watched it, I say he needs time to really adapt to the NFL. And if I was the Atlanta Falcons, man, Kirk Cousins, give him a little bit, of course, but I would throw a lot of passes with him in there and move him around and really make him just a more dynamic quarterback because that's what he should be. So we'll keep an eye on it this next 2 games, but he's going to get plenty of snaps. Yep. And there was a lot of good. So I'm not Debbie Downer here, but that's just some things that bother me. So
no, I understand what you're saying too. And I guess, the thing is for me is, hey, let's be honest. If I'm in that management room, I'm a little biased because I like Michael Penix a lot. So
yeah, I hear you. Me too.
And that's really what it comes down to too. So it's like, I'm only going to really see the good that I like. And I'm going to say, hey, he'll work through some of the other stuff.
Hey, man, come on. I've been watching for 2 years at Washington, and so you can't help but be biased.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because he kind of got lost in the shuffle almost all the time in those 2 years.
Yeah.
Because he's out in Washington.
That's right.
So, oh, well.
But I would agree, though. Like, Atlanta, do a little bit more to get him, going, right, to free him up just a little bit. It seemed like they kind of ran a little bit of a Washington offense when he was in the game. Like,
very basic.
Let's line up in basic formations. Let's line up in shotgun and just drop back and make the good decision. And hopefully they'll kind of build, for the weeks to come.
Yeah, well, give him a lot of action these next 2 games and really get him oiled up just in case you need him early in the season and game plan it. You're right.
Yeah.
And
who cares? Let it go.
Yeah, who cares? I'll go right into this. Let's talk about Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Now, they ran some game plan things for him, and it was great.
Yeah.
I just said to you before we came on the air, I said, I was watching. They had some concepts that I just went, wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. It was really clever, too. One of them, he was going to hit for a big play, but he got pressured and hit, and the ball ended up short. But whatever. I thought everything, I thought he was always undervalued coming out in the draft.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to, I don't know if he'll go in the first round. Well, then you didn't watch him. And, it's easy for me to say all this now. I think I said it during the offseason.
You did.
He's big.
Yep.
He's a son of a high school successful coach, so he's got a little bit of that in him. Mm-hmm. He gets rid of the football quick, which he showed. He can run outside and make throws on the run. He threw with power from the pocket. Decision-making overall, maybe once or twice you go, oh, I don't know if I'd have made that read. But overall, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
But let's don't rush him. And everybody, I heard this, and I'm not getting on people all the time about it, but they gave him more than did Jarrett Stidham. Well, of course they did. He's a first-round pick, and they already know what Jarrett Stidham has.
Yeah.
They don't need to see him, make plays or what. They know what he is, and it's not going to change.
Yeah, and so for the most part in week 1 of preseason, not a lot of starters played a significant amount. We expect to see probably the majority of the league play more of their starters this next coming week, right? In week 2 of the preseason, and really get the bulk of their work there, and then go back to the 2s and 3s for the following 2.
Absolutely. You're exactly right there. And my favorite play that Bo Nix had, there was a couple that I really liked. Moving, throwing to his left was one, but the touchdown throw where he made the fake and reared back and threw a, I mean, come on, that was a tight throw.
That was a tight throw. I wonder if they were like, this was the right decision here because of how tight it was, but it did show he reset his feet really quickly, and he has a compact motion, and damn, did he power through that football. I mean, he striped it. It was a perfect spiral. That was, if it wasn't caught, it was going to kill a cheerleader on the sideline. Like, he ripped it. So, right. I mean, it was, but that's what I liked about it though, too. We always kind of heard like he doesn't have the arm power, right? And all that. And that was, to me, the first few things I noticed. I was like, damn, he looks big. He looks strong. He looks really athletic. He looks like he fits the part of a franchise quarterback. He moved extremely smooth. It looked like, just like JJ as well, that he was looking where he needed to look almost on every play, except for maybe like the 1 or 2, like you mentioned. Yeah. And then I thought his arm talent really showed that, like, he throws a little bit harder and more accurately than I feel like a lot of people want to give him credit for, and he really displayed that in a few snaps.
Yeah, he can get it out of his hand, and I think what Sean Payton's going to say after the game, just go, all right, it looks maybe even better in the games than it did in practice. Yeah, so now we can expand if we want. And listen, I think that's going to be an interesting. Will it be Jarrett Stidham or Bo Nix? Just which one right now? Who are you taking? To start the season.
I'm going to take the same road that I did with Sam Darnold and JJ. I'd rather see Jarrett Stidham because of my belief of just the first 4 weeks of the season in the NFL just being like utter chaos. So I'd rather have the vet out there, getting it done. Now, I mean, if Bo just keeps lighting it up and, he's doing it in practice, doing it in preseason games, all right, hey, like, it's hard to debate those things, but I still like seeing a veteran go out there first and kind of letting these young cats see, what it looks like, live, because you can prepare all you want in the preseason, but week 1, play 1, that shit is way different than any preseason game, and I'd rather see the veteran go out there and get those reps and let Bo kind of watch and learn from afar.
Yeah. I don't have to hesitate. I would have Jarrett Stidham start the season unless he just has been awful in practice and games, which there's no way it's been that way. Let me transition real quick. So we agree there.
Yeah.
I got to do this just to stick it because I get tired of hearing all the haters and everything. Zach Wilson.
Yep.
He came in the game. And you know what? I don't know if I said it to you earlier or I was talking to somebody else. They ran Sean Payton. I'm going to give him credit. I'm not going to say he ran 3 different offenses, but he knows how to highlight a damn quarterback.
He definitely does. No
okay.
doubt.
So we saw that. And there's Zach Wilson in the game. And I just go, man, I don't know. Why is this the first time anybody thought about this stuff?
Yeah.
Of course not. They got him back away from the center. He was in a shotgun. He gave him chances to move.
I know.
He let him show off his arm, which was accurate and had power behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I went through the game, every throw and all that, and not that there was a whole bunch for Zach Wilson, but I just go, all right, there's nothing I can argue on any play. Not one.
You know, it's so cool that you say that too, because it wasn't 3 different offenses, but each one seemed to fit that quarterback really well. And you're right. You know, when you're watching this, you're kind of like, man, all right. It's like, does Joe Flacco stink or he just played for the Jets? You know, does Zach Wilson stink or no, he just played for the Jets? You know, it's just like, you know, so right there alone, I'm just like, man, you know, it's frustrating. It's tough, but I was happy for him. I really was.
Me
really
too.
Happy for him because I know that was a big weight lifted off of his back too, to going out there and playing the way that he did.
Well, I have a friend in Denver and he watches and goes to a few practices. He says every time he went to 3, he said every time he's like, God, I don't know who the starter is, but Zach Wilson looks really good.
Yeah, right.
And you know, he's the guy that needs to be away from the center. Yeah. He's not a drop back 5-step and do all that. He's a move to throw, but give him time, let the defense spread, and he can make any throw in the book. And more than most quarterbacks can. And, you know, everybody go, oh, Phil, you're just, you know, Zach Wilson, the Jets. And, you know, I don't care. Everybody be quiet. His talent is, you can't miss it. And I'm sure if he ever has to play, they go, oh my God, here comes, you know, everybody. But Sean Payton won't be saying that. Hey, let's put him in there. We'll be okay. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. So
yeah, for sure. Well. And again, that's just another reminder of us too, of just the fact that, you know, some of these guys really got it. Some of these guys really can put it together and make it work with any damn quarterback that they got in there and help them be successful. And Sean Payton is absolutely one of those cats.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Drake Maye.
Let's do it.
This is a quickie. I mean, man, he got 3 throws. They put him in there. I know it was raining, and they want him to be with the first offensive line every time, which I understand that too. But boy, you know, if you want him to be your day one starter, I mean, Jacoby Brissett had a hard time too because it was raining crazy when he was in there. Mm-hmm. But they got to do the thing too. Quit worrying about what you show the other team. Go ahead and give Drake Maye, make it work where he has success. He feels good about himself. It makes the franchise feel good. And the fans who right now are doing what?
Questioning what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We like Joe Milton. You know, I'm sure that's – and I understand that too because when I watched the game, I went, oh, my God. And what on that Saturday, Joe Milton went in the 6th round. And I told you, I think, Matt, but I definitely told my oldest son, why would you draft another quarterback when you got the 3rd pick of the draft with a quarterback? I know it was the best person on a board. Well, then change your board. Take the next guy. Just don't do this. Because you and I watched Joe Milton at Tennessee, and, you know, he's going to dazzle you with physical ability. He's a giant. He can run. And he doesn't have a strong arm. I mean, his arm is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
And he makes every throw look easy. So, you know, that's just me. I'm complaining. And I think rightfully so. Maybe the fans and all them are not. But if you want Drake Maye to be your quarterback, then start setting it up where he can have success and feel good about what he's doing too. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, well, unfortunately, I feel like the way that they managed the situation really just kind of played into that narrative that we were afraid of, right? When we first saw this drafting of the quarterback. And, you know, I think for them, you really just have to, stop worrying about big picture and all that. You got to throw him out there. You got to let him be baptized by the fire. You need a lot of repetitions for this guy. Because even Joe Milton, the same thing. I would say for both of these guys, you know, Drake needs like real reps that are like clean NFL reps We
Right.
saw, no doubt he got a lot of reps in North Carolina, but like every rep in North Carolina, you can see it was just kind of like, we're just going to wing it. It's like you really need the structure of the play, the read, the progression, the footwork to match and all that stuff. Right. And really make sure that this kid's building in the right direction, and the same for Joe Milton. He's another guy where we saw the talent, injury and the transfer and all that kind of stuff took away from his experience. So he's a super talented guy with a lack of experience. And these guys just need a ton of reps. And I feel like for Drake, just stop playing games. Don't worry about it. Play the kid. Let him get his opportunities. Let him mess up. Coach him up. And then let him grow from those mistakes. Because,
No doubt.
and we got to remind ourselves too, right? And even Nick Saban brought this up to Coach Eberflus, right? And Hard Knocks with Chicago Bears. Like, Peyton Manning threw more interceptions than anybody as a rookie in the NFL. And, they just knew that he had the makeup and the quality and the competitiveness that he was going to continue to work through it. And, if you're afraid, then you don't have the right guy. That's really what it comes down to. So you really got to let this kid go out there and get those opportunities and really learn as much as he can live in the game.
Yeah, no doubt. I know. I actually, when I saw the game and watched it, I just went, wow, I feel bad for Drake Maye because I know he's going to get, people are going to pour it on him and all these other things. And, I don't care what you say. He's really got size. He's athletic. He's got a good arm, all that other stuff.
Right.
But you need confidence and true belief that you are going to do the job, and you got to give that to these guys. So that was an interesting thing watching that game. And even though I've griped about it draft day, it is what it is. Now you got to deal with it. And you got to fight through it.
And I know that, it was raining and all that, but still Bailey Zappi, he got 20 reps. We know what Bailey Zappi is. I've seen enough of Bailey Zappi. I don't want to see him get more opportunities, right? I shouldn't say it like that. I apologize, Bailey. I wish the best for you, and I want you to get opportunities and all that. But just, we know what he is already. He's played in games. He's played in a lot of preseason games. Let's go. If he's getting 20 reps, all right, then so can Drake Maye. So that's where I get like a little frustrated with that. It's like, you're not going to play the guy that you drafted as a future of your franchise, but you're going to go out there and let Bailey Zappi get 20 reps and drop back and throw it. So that's where I got a little confused and just a little annoyed with that situation.
Matt, they got 4 quarterbacks, and if whatever they try to do, if they put 2 on the roster or 3, they're going to lose the other one probably.
Yeah.
And so they got a big decision to make here what to do as far as, as I look at it. Drake Maye is not going to be the starter. Jacoby Brissett is. He's going to start. Drake Maye is going to be the backup, I would think, unless they give it to Bailey Zappi for a week or 2 until they really feel comfortable. I don't know.
And then just get ready because you're going to lose Joe Milton, in the waiver wire when you release him, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Someone's going to pick him up right away. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if the Minnesota Vikings did. So, it's just like, it's just one of those things where you got to pick and choose what you want, and we'll see where they go for that.
Hey, I'll say this. I talked to 2 GMs this week just by accident. And, well, whatever.
By accident.
And we talked about Joe Milton, and they both said, we were kind of thinking to get him late in the draft.
Yeah.
And so that he was on everybody's radar.
He was.
And you couldn't help it. It had to be on your radar to pick him late in the draft just because of what we see. I'll go back to this. The first time I saw Joe Milton was at the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
And he threw a couple passes, and it really flew out of his hand. I just said, he might be the first person I've ever seen that just can throw it too hard because it went right through the receiver's hands both times.
Right.
And, he didn't have great success really until he got to Tennessee and ran an offense. He got to throw it outside, do all that where we could see his true talent. But that kind of says something about it. Hey,
it does.
Here we go. Caleb Williams. What do you got? What did you think?
Whoa. We're going to Caleb right now? All right, let's go to Caleb.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. You said I was co-host, so I can stick my foot in there every once in a while.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
So Caleb, I thought he looked really good. I thought he moved well. I thought he had great command of the offense. He looked very confident. I think his arm talent really jumped off the screen right from the beginning. And, even too, with us being able to watch Hard Knocks and all that stuff, I think the biggest thing for Caleb is just like being comfortable and this is more so like on a Hard Knocks aspect of it, just because we're kind of seeing behind the scenes a little bit more.
Right.
Just be more comfortable being an ass, just be more comfortable demanding more of everybody around you, because you can already see that he demands a lot of himself, and he wants to work hard, and he wants to get better, and he's very coachable and all that. And, you can see that. Right. So now just get comfortable, just demanding that from everybody else as well, and I think there's so far, it just seems like that he's a good dude. He works hard. He's kind of just staying in his lane, and he's got to understand too. I don't know who said it. Somebody said it to him in one of the earlier episodes, just like, hey man, this is your team. When you see something, say it, let it go. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about their feelings and all that kind of stuff. So those are the small things that I see, but his talent, the way he looked on the field, his movement, all that kind of stuff, he was everything that he was advertised and more. And I just hope too that Shane Waldron is able to build, an offense that really fits what he does extremely well. So, excited from what I saw from Caleb Williams early on.
Well, if you're going to design an offense for him, you got to just put everything in, because he can do it all.
That's right.
I mean, I don't see anything. He can stand in the pocket, make the throws. He made a couple really, really good power throws, just ripped it into very tight spots. And, I forgot, I would call him out if I could remember who it was. Well, arm strength is overrated. Well, I don't know if it is or not. I think it might be underrated. And he showed that. But my favorite play, which I saw at USC, and I wondered, would he do this in the NFL? Running right, full speed, one hand on the ball, and winding that thing up and throwing it with one hand, and just rips it in there. And he did it a couple of times at USC, and I go, wow.
Yeah.
And taking that hand off really frees him up with his arm, and he can make these incredible throws.
Yeah.
And he can throw it with his hand, throw it with his arm, throw it with his body. He's got all those moves. And there was nothing in his presence. And you're right. I wrote this down. That's why I ducked my head. Bill Parcells would always say, hey, Sims, you're not the friend to the players on the team. You're their leader. Mm-hmm. So quit trying to be buddy-buddy with everybody.
Yeah, right.
And I just went, okay, so you want everybody to hate me. So
yeah.
I don't know. But it's a great thing. Your job is to score. Let's do that, and then, and take it over. Mm-hmm. And, the other thing he'd always say that, I'm going to even say about Daniel Jones this week, that, he says, I was coming out of the locker room in 1984. My career and his career were both on the line. And I've told you this story many times. Yeah. But he goes to me, Sims, if you don't throw a couple interceptions today, you're not taking enough chances. And I always say, well, I can take care of that. But that was his way of doing what? Can you answer what he was trying to do to me there?
Just kind of relax you and just say, hey, go out there and play and cut it loose and trust your instincts. Yeah.
You're smart, son. That was good.
Bill. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, that's what it was, to try to take the pressure off of you and thinking. And there is, no matter what, because we're in a world now, and that's how you have to play.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, sometimes it's just going to be a little too whatever. So you got to learn where that line is and play to it. And because if you throw 2 interceptions in a game and you win 35-0, well, they won today 35-0, but he threw 2 interceptions. Oh, okay. I didn't know that had much to do with the outcome, but but it's such a stat-driven league for everybody, but of course for the quarterbacks. But you got to play and be aggressive and attack and make the other team, question what they're doing against you instead of doing it the other way. That's just my point.
No, I know what you mean. And the thing is that I like as well, he had a scramble for 13 yards. Just wanted to check how far it was. I know it was a good little chunk of yards, but he looks great in the pocket. He looks strong. You can see that he's got strong lower half too when he's moving around. And, that's, the thing that you mentioned too, with like the one hand and all that kind of stuff, like it's just got great control and hand control of the football. Yeah. And that's where I get excited for him too. Like kind of as the season continues to develop and he gets a little bit more comfortable with the play and just really playing the NFL game, we're going to see some more of those throws really displayed, right, and for us, because they're high level of difficulty. Not a lot of guys can really play that way. We see a few that are able to do it, like the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes of the world, the Justin Herberts occasionally at times. Really not even him, as I think about it. He's capable of it, but not as much. Matt Stafford. But this is something that he can really, I think, lean into a lot and get a lot of cheap, easy completions by kind of playing that way. And that's where, I think for Caleb, it's going to be a fun year and exciting year, really, for a lot of these young guys. And now let's transition to the last QB that we have on our list.
Okay.
That's Jayden Daniels. He's the only guy
Yep.
that we haven't done so far. Jayden Daniels, the
Well,
rookie for the Washington Commanders. And what do you think, big guy? Talk to me.
well, that was quick, and okay, there he is, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
He threw a nice pass down the sideline for a
Yeah.
big gain. He
Right.
scored from 3 yards out, and of course, that's what we want to see. The long throw was hotly contested by the DB, but it was a perfect throw, good catch. He did miss a screen throwing it. He overthrew it, whatever. But hard to judge much out of that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But he looks comfortable. I mean, he is like, he is so like relaxed.
Yeah, he is.
Man, oh man, it's
Yeah.
beyond, it's crazy. And he looked just as relaxed out there in that field for the first time as he ever did at LSU or Arizona State or even in high school.
Yeah.
I just think he knows this. He's good. He can run.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great feel for the game because he's had a good experience, and he's extremely accurate with the football.
Yeah.
And my last words about these quarterbacks is this. Everybody, okay, let's stop. Stop telling me there's not enough quarterbacks in the NFL. There are enough. It is loaded with talent. What separates a lot of them, there's little things, this and that, but a lot of it, I know we hate to admit this, but it's about your surrounding cast.
Yeah.
You just can't do it by yourself.
Well, not only that on the field, but also too just the think tank people as well and the coaching staff. That's a big part of it,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So but it's just talking about these guys, and we're going to miss JJ McCarthy this year, but boy, there are a lot of good young quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, quarterbacks that have the talent to win Super Bowls.
Right.
And now we just got to hope it matches up with the coach, the talent, the scheme, and whatever else you want to say. So I'm excited about, I guess the last thing to say here for me, damn, I can't wait for the season to start.
Yeah.
It's going to be great because we got a lot of playmakers out there trying to do their thing.
And how'd it go for you too for your first, week as well? Did you do you feel like you stayed true to what you said, right? You're not putting too much in the preseason, or you lost track of that already, and you're like, all right, man, I'm obsessed with this or that, or you're staying true to what you told yourself?
I'm all over it. Nope, I'm staying true. I'm not going to over-evaluate and say, oh my God, he completed 3 passes. He's got to start.
That's right.
No, I'm not doing that. I haven't watched. I got to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Did you watch Tennessee play?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, that's the game I want to watch. I want to see Will Levis and the change in the offense and all that, just to see if I see a different quarterback with a different system where it's going to fit.
Right.
That's going to be interesting. I know this, reading about Mason Rudolph, and you can say whatever you want. He's not a guy that's going to like blow the charts up because he can really move and he has a laser arm, but damn, he can get rid of the ball and he can make the right decision.
Yeah, he's been in the league a long time now too. So, I mean, he gets it. He knows how it's done. And I know one thing, Will Levis is one of the funniest little things on social media right now, his little fake perfume commercial or whatever that he has that's all about mayonnaise. It's hilarious. I'll show it to you
I
later.
haven't seen it. You got to show me. Yeah.
It's like overly dramatic and it's all about mayonnaise and, it's really funny. So
now wait, hold it. Did he really put mayonnaise in his coffee or he just did that to get everybody?
I think dude really does do this. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's a different dude.
Yeah, he's a different dude. All right. So I can't wait to see him. Second year, Matt, we talk about this too. Year one, whatever it is for the quarterback, but we need to see a difference in every quarterback that second year. Mm-hmm. Throwing it better, more at whatever it is. There's lots of things, but really throwing the ball. And I think he did fine his rookie year, but he needed to take his throwing in many ways definitely up to another, I hate to say this word, to another level.
Right.
But he's got to do that. He's got to be a more precise, just easy thrower. And what's the word always I say?
Just a more rhythmic thrower.
Rhythm, and take advantage of all the routine throws. Don't miss them. And not only complete them, but complete them in the right spot so they can make a play after they catch it. So we'll see if he – just so I when I get off here, I might take a look real quick just to see how it looked.
Yeah, we'll get into some of those other guys too that are, kind of in the transitional into their second year or third year going into the NFL, and guys that are really trying to make their mark too as being the starters. So, but this was a good review for the rookie QBs. Really excited about this class. Really look forward to seeing more of them. And for some of them, really good fits with the coaching staffs that they're matched up with. And for others too, just kind of look forward to seeing how they progress and really what direction they go in for these young quarterbacks and the offenses that they build around them and through them. So that's all we got today, big guy. Any closing remarks for you?
Oh no, I'm talked out.
All right. Hey, guess what? We're done. That's all for us at Sims Complete. I'm Matt Sims. He's Phil Sims. Thanks for tuning in. You can find us more on Believe's YouTube page as well for some of our videos. Find us also on Sims Complete and Sims Complete's YouTube page. Social media at Phil Sims QB11, at Sims Complete for me. And we're available wherever wherever podcasts are available. So like, subscribe, write a review. And we appreciate you, as always, tuning in. And we'll be back with more here in the coming days for more quarterback breakdowns and more NFL news coming out. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bud.
See you, Dad.
See you. Toodles, son. See you later.
Hey, okay.
Hey.